Hang in there, kid. You're a boss now, right?
But it's like there's nothing I can do on my own.
So then ask for help. That's what friends are for, right?
Don!
Take good care of them, and they'll be there whenever you need them.
I'm coming with you.
Like hell you are!
Well, old man, it's been fun.
Raven, you better nail Jaeger for me.
That's a heavy load for somebody like me.
You're the only one I can ask.
Whitehorse.
Little lady, try going underground to the storeroom in the city's tavern. There's a wall there inscribed with Eifried's name. If you're his granddaughter, it ain't a bad idea to take a glimpse at the kind of things he did and how he lived.
We're so grateful for everything your darling grandson's done to us.
The boy has made a mess of things. He may be my idiot grandson, but he's also a full member of the Union. And it falls upon any leader to take responsibility for the mistakes of their people. So say the laws. Take me, then. Let my head atone for Bellius.
Don. Idiot. These guilds. They're all filled with nutcases.
So, who's gonna be my second?
It would be my honor.
Guess you're stuck doing a job nobody much wants.
You too.
No kidding. Yuri, I was looking forward to watching you go places. I'll make sure to save you a spot in hell.
I don't think they'd let me into the hell you're going to.
I won't forget that attitude, boy.
And I won't forget your resolve, Don Whitehorse.
Dawn! Listen up. You all gotta stand on your own 2 feet from here on. There's a new age coming, so get out there and make it for yourselves.
Everyone here seems to have calmed down.
Feels more like they're expecting the end of the world.
Carol's been taking the Don's passing pretty hard, too.
And it looks like things are keeping the old man busy. I guess it comes with being a member of Altosk.
Huh.
I haven't seen Patty for a while now.
She might be in the sewer tunnels.
Oh, right. That's what the Don was talking about.
He gave up his own life to make amends for what happened. The guilds take their laws pretty seriously.
The pride of living by the laws of the guild. Taking responsibility. Accepting the choices he'd made. The Don practiced what he preached.
And he was willing to stake his life on those beliefs.
Responsibility, choices.
I've got to get these things figured out myself. Best to start with our guild, with brave Vesperia.
Yuri? Where are you?
Just going for a walk.
He probably went looking for Carol.
Carol.
Now my hands have killed someone I never wanted to kill. Dawn, that feeling still hasn't left my hands. You really were a piece of work, old man.
Yuri, there wasn't anything I could do. The Dawn, and all the rest of you, you'd all made up your minds and did what you could. Nobody in this town's gonna listen to anything I've got to say. So I was thinking I should try talking with Palestrale instead. But they might be done talking, and just attack anyway. When I thought that, I was too scared to go alone. So I ended up not going at all. I'm not good for anything.
What about Judy? Weren't you gonna look for her?
I can't. I can't go with you anymore, Yuri. I'm just not cut out to be the boss of a guild.
Is that it then? Is that all guilds and brave Vesperia mean to you? Just walking away from the dream like that?
But I wanted to be the best guild! To be useful to the Dawn, for him to notice me. He's been a role model for me, and now he's not around.
So you're just gonna pack it up and quit? Just what was it the Dawn died for? You, of all people, should know the answer to that.
You can always do everything you want, Yuri! You'd never understand how I feel! I'm not tough like you! There's no way I can be like you and the Dawn! It's over! Our guild is...
Carol! Don't you remember all the Dawn told you? Did you forget his resolve? As a member of our guild, I'm going to Mount Temza to find Judy.
Huh?
Brave Vesperia will go on, even if you don't. This guild is more than just you now.
I don't want to run away. I don't want to, but...
Carol, do you think he'll be all right?
He'll be fine.
But
Well now, if it isn't that darling boy and girl. How very nice to see you both.
Jaeger!
You've got some nerve showing your face after planting the seeds of war.
Seeds of war. I'm quite sure I don't know what you're talking about.
Attacking Palestrale is a matter for the Union to decide. Yup, that's right. We just helped inform their decision.
Exactly. Understand, my little friends?
I'll give you something to smile about.
That's enough for today, I think. It is the day of the Dawn's passing, after all. We're still in mourning, you see. The world lost a great man today. It most certainly did.
What is it you guys are after? Get the Dawn out of the way to take control of the Union?
Oh, no. Our little business will most surely be easier without support Dawn around, but let's not go there. I've come today for my own personal reasons.
I don't want to disgrace the Dawn by doing something I'll regret later. You should leave before I change my mind.
It is not only you who are mourning this death, you know. Be seeing you then.
Even Jaeger is mourning the Dawn. I don't understand. Hadn't he been trying to get rid of Don Whitehorse himself?
The old man was a nuisance to Leviathan's Claw, but maybe things were a little different for Jaeger on a personal level.
You mean like the difference between guilds and individuals?
Yeah. To the Dawn, there was Jaeger the boss, and Jaeger the person.
The Dawn did break his own laws and take the fight into his own hands.
Well, we should be on our way.
All right. I told Rita we would be meeting her at the town exit. I also left a message at the inn for Patty.
I said he'll be fine. Let's go.
Where are Carol and Patty?
What is the deal with everyone worrying so much? What are both of your plans after this?
I'm going with you, of course. Like I said, I've decided to stick with you guys while I research the air crenny.
Right.
I want to go with you as well, Yuri. Now that we know the hunting blades are out to get Judith, we've got to try and help her.
We're not obligated to do anything for her.
Judith shared in our travels. She's one of us.
She also destroyed the Ceres Blastia on the ship.
But
I'm not going out on any mercy mission. I told you I need to set things straight, right?
Yuri...
What does Judy know? What doesn't she know? I'm gonna see that she comes clean about all of it. I have to find out where this guild stands.
Well, we might just end up saving her along the way.
You two are worried about her. I knew it.
What are you talking about? We might, is all I said. Anyway, with all this talk about setting the guild straight, is the fearless leader himself gonna come?
It'll take more than this to keep him down. He'll come.
Oh, Patty's here.
Did you have a look at what your grandpa left behind?
I engraved it all firmly in my memory.
So did it help you remember anything?
It doesn't look like things are gonna go quite so well. But I can't let myself get discouraged by something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Is it okay for me to be with you guys a little longer?
I don't mind. Okay, let's go.
What should we do about Raven?
He couldn't come now. He can't turn his back on this town. They lost the Dawn.
You're probably right. The old man has his own agenda to take care of.
I'm gonna miss him.
Think who you're talking about. That guy might just pop up when you least expect it.
So where is this Mount Temza anyway?
My guess is that it's somewhere north of the sands of Kogor. She mentioned something about living with Baul on a mountain to the north of a desert.
There certainly are plenty of mountains in the northern regions of Desier.
Well, let's start there and see where it takes us.
We'll be going to Désert by ship. Looks like that's where I come in.
All right, let's head to the ship.
It's Carol!
Wait! I'm coming with you. I might not fully understand the things that Dawn wanted to tell me yet, but Brave Vesperia is our guild. So I've got to come with you guys.
Carol.
I think if I ran away, if I abandoned my friends, that'd be the end. I couldn't come back. That's why I've got to go. Please let me come too.
Of course. You're the boss of this outfit, Captain.
Yuri, thanks. But don't call me boss anymore. I haven't done anything to earn that title yet. Until you really think I'm a boss, until I don't feel embarrassed when someone calls me boss, I'll just do my part as a fellow member of Brave Vesperia.
Understood, Carol. Not a bad plan.
All right!
It never ends with these guilds. Bunch of hot-headed idiots.
That's exactly what's so good about the guilds, I think.
Yeah. Quite juvenile, isn't it?
Ah! Hey, old man!
Ah, how glorious is youth!
What are you up to?
Huh? Something wrong with my being here?
Well, don't you have your hands full with the Dawn's passing and everything?
You know, it all just seemed a little too bothersome, so I ducked out.
But you owe a lot to the Dawn. Aren't you sad?
Sad? I cried and cried till my throat was hoarse, and there wasn't a tear left in me.
Funny, it doesn't show on you at all.
So not even Raven the Great can bear to ignore the Dawn's parting words.
What are you talking about? You heard me, didn't you? That burden's too heavy for this beast. I'm sure they'll be able to take care of that piece of business just fine without me.
All right, we'll leave it at that.
Oh man, these kids today, I tell you.
Traveling in a group is loads of fun. It's so lively.
This isn't lively, it's rowdy. Didn't I tell you that before?
So now we can depart for Desier, right?
Huh? Why are we going back there?
That's a pretty good hunch you had there. Mount Thames is north of the Sands of Kagor. There's a Krydian city there, if memory serves.
And why would you know something like that?
Well, I'm over twice your age, so of course I know twice as many things.
Right.
So are we going or aren't we?
Can we get to the north of Kagor by boat?
Guess we'll have to see when we get there.
Hoist the sails! The Fiertia is off to sea! Our swords for freedom, our shield for friendship, our lives for the common good.
The Union Oath, huh?
Do you suppose Eifried lived according to those words? Or did the wind blow differently?
Well, the fact that Eifried's signature is on the oath is no simple twist of fortune.
Well, we'll just have to take up the oath for Dawn and Eifried then, won't we?
Well, Don, looks like the youth have picked up the torch you and Eifried once carried.
Looking.
Don't get careless.
My magic
Shining Flame!
This is magic This is the end for you!
I'm just getting started.
Don Whitehorse was a real man, wasn't he?
Aye. I'm sure you felt the weight of that in your blade as his second. I'm sorry I made you shoulder that burden.
It's all right.
Unbelievable. Why would he accept that role? Do you think Yuri is really all right?
He's not all right, but I imagine he'll be able to sort it out in his own mind. That lad's got real resolve.
Resolve? Do you mean like with Rago and Cumore?
Aye. Once he's made up his mind and taken up a task, he'll see it done no matter how heavy it is. It's an exhausting path, one this old man could never take.
You aren't alone in that.
All folks like us can do is keep an eye on the lad as he does what he needs to.
And here we are. Welcome to Mount Temza.
These are human footprints, right? There sure are a lot of them.
Could it be the hunting blades?
That, or it might be the Knights.
But why would the knights be here?
Well, Flynn was looking for Apatheia too. If that's what the hunting blades are doing here, then the Knights could be here for the same reason.
Why is everyone scrambling to get their hands on Apatheia all of a sudden?
It was so pretty, all sparkly and glittery. I'm sure it's incredibly valuable.
We never had the chance to get an explanation from the Dawn.
If Judy will clue us in on what she knows, things might clear up.
Judy, I wonder if she'll tell us.
I don't know. It's up to her whether she'll talk or not. Of course, if she decides not to.
Yuri?
Hey! You guys, come look at this! This is crazy!
What the heck is this? The mountain's been flattened.
What could have happened?
Is there really supposed to be a town here?
Well, it was here 10 years ago. That I'm sure of. But I can't vouch for what's happened since then.
10 years? That's quite a ways back. What were you doing way out here?
Well...
That voice. Is that you, freak?
Here's hoping everything's all right.
Let's hurry.
It's even worse from up close.
I've never seen a hole this big before.
There's no way this could have happened naturally.
It looks like something exploded here.
An explosion! Are there monsters that can do something like this?
They were, but those monsters were all wiped out.
What do you mean, wiped out?
What you see here, this was a battleground in the Great War.
What? Really?
So that means humans and Entelikeia fought here. The humans were victorious, but there were scarcely any survivors. The facts behind the war are shrouded in darkness. Not even the official government histories give many details about what happened.
So the Entelikeia did this to the mountains. Terrible power.
The Great War. 10 years ago.
That must have been when you were a baby, Patty.
But this is the first time I've heard that a battle took place here.
The Empire's kept a pretty tight hold on information about it. They've got a lot of secrets. You should know that by now.
Thought it was strange that monsters would wage war against humans, but...
What they didn't want us to know was that those monsters were actually Entelikeia.
You sure know a lot about this stuff, Raven.
You come across a lot if you live long enough, kiddies.
Okay, enough history lessons. We came here so we could look for Judy.
The monster's voice we heard just now. What if they've already got Judith cornered?
Judy's really strong. There's no way she'll go down easily.
Of course not. Besides, I've got to give that dragon freak a beat down. I can't let a monster beat me to the punch.
Yeah.
Let's hurry.
Man, the Great War. I mean, leaving a gaping hole where a mountain used to be.
I still can't believe how much power the Entelikeia must have had.
How could the humans fight beings that powerful and not get demolished? I just don't get it.
Indeed. The Great War may still hold secrets we haven't uncovered yet.
And I'll bet those secrets are hidden somewhere in this mountain.
Yeah, but the war's over now. It can't have anything to do with us, right?
I hope so, but...
We'll destroy them in no time.
Alright, who's next?
Oh, Divine Spear, run my enemy through!
Is that your Polylance?
Yeah, we're done! I feel like an easy win.
One shot should do.
Alright, who's next?
Oh, Divine Spear, run my enemy! Alright, here we go. Yay! Alright, we did it!
Yuri, what's the matter?
I was just thinking about what Judy said. Bowel saved me during the war. I just realized that maybe she was talking about the Great War when she said that.
So maybe she fought against the Empire with that dragon freak during the Great War?
It'd be kinda sad if Judy was an enemy of mankind.
Maybe Raven can tell us. You fought in the Great War, didn't you, old man?
Huh? Why?
I think only someone who was on the scene would know so much about the war.
Really? But there weren't supposed to be very many survivors, right?
Very true. I thought I was gonna die back then, too. If only I died then. Things would have been so much easier, too.
If only you died. What a weird thing to say.
So, did you ever see Judith during the war?
No, not a chance. I may be a player, but 10-year-old girls are definitely off limits for me.
Oh, jeez.
Then it sounds like Judy didn't participate in the war.
Right. I mean, if it was 10 years ago, she'd be 9. That's even younger than me.
I feel like I never saw Baul either. Maybe they ran away from the battle?
So it was really the Antilochea who fought in the battle?
Yes, I guess so. Though at the time, we thought they were only a really terrible breed of monsters.
But wow! You were really in the war, huh, Raven? That's so cool! I thought only Imperial Knights fought in the war.
Maybe I'll tell you more about it when you're older.
Battle mode activated!
All right, here we go. Yay! All right, we did it!
Hooray!
This is a Critian city?
More like the remains of one.
There might be some treasure around here.
What do you think Judith would come here for?
Suppose it wouldn't make much sense to say she was feeling homesick.
The hunting blades!
Judith! You!
Damn you! Go inform Tyson and Nan!
Hey! Nobody lays a hand on one of our own. If she's broken our laws, we'll settle this amongst ourselves. Now get out of here.
We're only trying to follow a monster we're hunting.
This doesn't involve you.
Okay, this is getting us nowhere. Let me at him!
You're right. It's just a waste of time trying to talk sense to people like this.
Anyone who interrupts our conversation is gonna be taking a long nap.
Leave. Now. But do you really want to do this?
Judith! You followed me here.
Yeah, we're here to settle things for the sake of the guild.
Judith, tell us everything you know.
Why you destroyed the Blastia. About the Apatheia and the Entelikeia. Their relationship to Pharaoh. All of it.
And even though you're one of us, your answers will decide your fate.
Punish the unjust, was it? Honestly, I don't know if that's really a good thing or not. You've already come this far. I suppose there's no going back now. Come.
Yuri, what did you mean about Judy's fate?
If there's one thing the Dawn's last moments taught me, it's that I've been too soft. If a part is infected, you cut it off before it infects the whole, even if it's a comrade, an Entelikeia, or a friend.
You mean even if it's Flynn or Pharaoh?
Yeah, it's the path I've chosen for myself. The hunting blades again?
We didn't just cross paths this time. We're after the same thing. We just might have to fight.
If it does come to that, you guys don't have to worry about me. But we can't keep Judith waiting. Let's go!
Carol.
Our boy's growing up.
Yeah.
Isn't there some way we can avoid fighting the hunting blades?
I hope so, but it's pretty much up to them.
Yup.
So, you are aware that this place was the ground on which the Great War was fought.
Yeah, we heard from the old man here.
The Great War was sparked by a type of Blastia.
What?
This was not a Blastia that had been excavated. It had been constructed in the city of Temza using a new type of technology. The Hermes Blastia.
Hermes Blastia? I've never heard of it. And if you say it was newly built...
I didn't think you could make a new Blastia.
The Hermes models were even more effective at converting air into energy. They were intended to revolutionize the technology of Blastia.
But something went wrong.
The Blastia using these Hermes-type formulas required massive quantities of air. The Airkrina began producing abnormal amounts of air in order to compensate.
That would mean the end. Not just of humanity, but all life on this planet.
Just like we saw at Cave Mach and the Wiesen of Kados. Wouldn't like to see that happen everywhere.
The Entelekea realized the dangers of the Hermes Blastia before the humans, and they moved to destroy them.
Which created a conflict that grew until it eventually became the Great War.
So then the Entelekea fought against the humans to help the planet?
But why didn't they tell the humans how dangerous those Blastia were?
Neither side probably cared much if the other brought itself to ruin. There's never been any love lost between humans and Entelekea. Probably didn't talk much.
Or maybe there was another reason. But what does any of this have to do with you, Judy?
Temza fell to the flames of war, and the technology of the Hermes Blastia was believed lost.
Wait, you mean there are still Hermes models in operation?
Yes, at Rago's mansion, Amit Hill, Gosferost, not to mention.
The Ceres Blastia on the Fiertia.
That new Ceres Blastia must have been a Hermes Blastia.
So then you've been destroying the Blastia in place of the Entelekea.
You could have mentioned that. Why didn't you say something? Were you gonna save the world all on your own? Are you stupid?
What was that?
Baul!
Nan!
It looks like we found our mark.
You will not pass. You're a person, aren't you? How can you defend a monster?
Didn't you get the news? I said nobody lays a hand on one of our own.
We won't allow that. Not even from you, Nan.
We were having a conversation over here. Butt out!
I can't believe these guys. Such scallywags.
I don't usually like to get my clothes dirty, but
Everyone, have the hunting blades added people to their list of targets?
Nobody who associates with monsters can rightly call themselves a person.
Carol, have you forgotten the credo of the hunting blades? Step aside.
Monsters are evil, and the hunting blades pursue that evil. But the Entelekea aren't evil. They were fighting to save the world.
Don't let them fool you with that credo nonsense. They're on a job. They're here for the Apatheia.
It seems you won't listen to reason. If you have no intention of moving,
You leave us no choice.
all monsters should be killed!
That's the rule of the hunting blades.
He's not a monster! He's Judas!
I don't care what you think of monsters. I will protect Baul, even if it costs me my life.
Oh, now you've gone and done it! Bitches!
Reaper Incandescent movement. Before flickering blaze. Here I go! Destructo
Don't want to lose.
Reaper Thanks. Oh, caprice of innocent waters.
Ludicrous!
Here I go!
You're not getting away!
You're using too many items.
Oh, should I not?
You're not getting away!
This. Piercing move. Flickering blaze.
Not getting away!
Fireball. Here I go.
You're not getting away!
Sacrifice my body to crush my enemies!
All right. You're not
Keep
getting
doing
away!
this! Lunarize! Rolling Dragon Blow!
You're not getting serious! You're not getting away!
You okay?
Luna Destructo Ranger! You're feeling
You're not
so
getting
hot.
away! You're not getting away! Pretty good!
Guess I overdid it a little.
Were you going easy on them?
You don't show mercy to your enemies.
I will protect Baul.
I'm not done yet.
Ooh, that's nice.
I just keep getting stronger.
That's the logical outcome.
Nan, I'm sorry.
I heard stories of a Cridian town, but I never knew where it was.
Me too. Didn't expect it to be on Mount Temza.
They must really value their privacy to build a whole town on a mountain.
Is there something they don't like doing in front of other folk?
Cridians are a secretive lot, to be sure.
What's happening?
Baul is trying to evolve as an Intellicaea.
It looks like he's suffering.
Baul, come on!
You can do it!
No!
I want to heal your wounds, but there's nothing I can do. My power is poison to you, isn't it?
Healing wounds isn't your power, Estelle.
What do you mean?
Don't you remember Bellius's words?
Power corrupts, but you are different. Never lose that kindness, the compassion you so readily show to others.
My compassion for others.
Your thoughts are reaching Baul. I'm sure of it.
All we can do now is hope for the best. Well now.
Amazing!
I knew you could do it.
Your partner seems like he's gonna be just fine.
Yes. Thank you all for helping to protect him. This is something I couldn't have done alone.
You're one of us! Of course we'd help!
That's right!
Didn't I tell you? You got through to him. You make it through to Pharaoh as well. Will you be going to meet him?
That's up to Estelle to decide.
I'll go. It's been the purpose of my journey, after all.
Are you sure? What if you end up getting killed?
Even still, I've got to stand firm on this.
It won't be too long before the hunting blades send reinforcements. How about a change in scenery before they show up and spoil the party?
There's only one path down from here, though. We're bound to run into them.
The skies are wide open above us.
Have you lost your mind?
Get on. We'll fly as far as the Fiertia. We can finish talking once we arrive.
Judy!
She's sleeping. She must be exhausted.
Yeah, I mean, she just keeled over. Wasn't expecting that.
I bet she watched over Baul the entire time he was evolving. She probably didn't get much sleep. She probably had no idea when the hunting blades would attack either.
She was putting up a brave front, but she must have been near the end of her rope.
She's just dumb. She doesn't know how to express what she's feeling.
And I'm really glad we're able to help Judy out.
We can finish talking with her tomorrow. We should let her sleep now. In fact, I wouldn't mind a little shut-eye myself. We still haven't heard Judy's side, so we can't say anything, but she sure caused the guild a major headache, breaking Blastias all on her own. There's no getting around that fact, no matter what her reasons. We have to settle this. Man, I hate waiting.
So does an old man past his prime fit into the picture at all?
What are you whining about, old man? Why are you past your prime?
What Judith was talking about before. Hermes Blastia, was it? Blastia created with techniques that should have been lost in the war are still active. Do you know what this means?
I guess someone who survived the war brought either Blastia or those techniques back with him.
If that person was still using the Blastia even though he knew it was harmful to the Earth, someone like that would have to be quite the villain indeed.
Old man, don't tell me you...
Hey now, yours truly was nothing but an innocent youth on the straight and narrow back then. I wouldn't do something like that even on my worst day.
I was just trying to trick you into giving yourself away. You're a slippery one.
Son of a... When are you gonna learn some respect for your elders?
Don't fall overboard.
Oh, I'll be careful. Yuri, the world sure is big.
Yeah. Even though we're flying this high in the air, we still can't see everything.
If the world's this big, I guess it makes sense that there'd be so many things we don't know. It might not make that much of a difference whether I get my memories back or not.
Are you saying you'd be okay with not getting them back?
I'm saying that I'm not the only one who feels restless and anxious not knowing the truth. Everyone's worried about something. Even you and Estelle.
You think so?
Isn't that why everyone's here? Isn't that why Judy came back?
And is that why you're here too?
I don't want to be alone.
You know, you're being pretty honest today.
I'm always honest.
Really? Well, maybe you are.
Oh, Yuri.
Sorry to interrupt while you were thinking.
Ever since I took Belius's life without meaning to, I've wanted to know what it means to be the child of the full moon, so the same thing doesn't happen again. I've always thought that it was my duty to know, but after what happened to Belius...
That's how everyone is. They do something, they learn. They do something else, they learn more.
You too, Yuri?
Yeah?
Maybe if I had known everything ahead of time, I wouldn't have made any mistakes.
There's only one thing I can say for sure.
What's that?
Maybe you wouldn't have made any mistakes, but it sure would have been boring.
I really wonder.
Are you thinking about Judy?
Yeah. I'm wondering what we should do about her.
It's true that she broke the guild's laws and betrayed us.
I always thought that a guild's strict adherence to its own laws was what kept it together. That there could be no exceptions, no lenience for those who would break the laws. But
She did what she did to save the world. Judy is destroying Blastia because she knows it's the right thing to do, even if it makes people hate her.
Yep. Judith didn't break our laws in order to do something bad. I know this now. I'm gonna talk with her about it and give it some more thought. I'll figure this out eventually.
Oh yeah?
Maybe if I become a little more decisive, Nan will listen to me too.
Is that the core from the Ceres Blastia that Judy destroyed?
Yes, it's definitely cut with a different formula than a usual core. It looks like what she said was true.
She said she wasn't too good at lying after all.
To discover that the new technique you created was bad for the world, after what must have been years of research. I can't imagine how the person who created the Hermes technique must have felt.
Well, what if it had been you?
If I found out that it hurt the Earth, I would have to do something about it. But I wouldn't destroy the Blastia like that.
What the?
Nothing. If only things weren't so complicated. I could have just blasted her into oblivion and been done with it.
Morning, Yuri.
Morning.
It's a beautiful morning, but even as we stand here, the air is out of balance. And our world may already be dying.
That's right.
Judy!
Well, look who's feeling better.
In the past, these slight fluctuations of the air have not negatively affected our world. There have always been beings who maintain the balance by sensing changes in the airflow. Beings like Pharaoh and Baul, the Entelekea.
So the Entelekea were responsible for keeping the air balanced.
For ages, the Entelekea have regulated the air, but the recent increase has been greater than they could control.
Which is being caused by the Hermes Blastia.
And which is also why you were going around taking down as many of them as you could.
Yes, that was my mission. The path I walk with Baul, to whom I owe my life.
The path you walk.
Now some would even hunt the Entelekea for Apatheia. This has made the mission of the Entelekea even more difficult.
Why is everybody so crazy about these Apatheia anyway?
I'm afraid I don't have an answer. The air an Entelekea absorbs becomes condensed within its body over time. When its life is at an end, that condensed air forms a crystal, an Apatheia. That's all I know. I imagine Pharaoh could shed more light on the subject, though.
So Apatheia are crystals of concentrated air. If that's true and the energy could be extracted from the Apatheia, it would be a source of overwhelming power, I'm sure.
Could we really do that?
I don't know.
But if that's possible, there must be tons of guys who want those things.
I bet somebody wants to use these things for the wrong reasons.
Why didn't you just tell us all this from the beginning?
Seriously, we could have avoided all this trouble if you just talked to us. Am I wrong?
Even if you had known, there are things not even you could have prevented.
What do you mean?
I showed up at Heliord because Baul had sensed a disturbance in the air. Where there was a disturbance, there was sure to be a Hermes Blastia. But what I found there was not a Blastia, it was a person. That had never happened before.
So it wasn't like you were looking for Estelle in particular back at Heliord.
Yet for some reason, Baul perceived Estelle as a disturbance in the air. I had to find out why. For the sake of the path I've chosen, it was at that time that Pharaoh first appeared. He seemed to have some idea who Estelle was. My mission was to destroy all the Hermes Blastia. However, Estelle was obviously not a Blastia. I needed to make absolutely certain. I made a deal with Pharaoh, and he agreed to grant me some time.
You mean...
If it became apparent that her existence posed too great a threat, then I would kill her.
You what?
Wait! Rita!
Settle down. Obviously, Judith reached a different conclusion.
All right, I get it.
Belius said you possess a heart of compassion. If you can communicate that to Pharaoh somehow, you may learn what you should do.
Hey, there's no real reason for you to fight Pharaoh anymore, right? I mean, we know the Hermes Blastia are what's causing the problem and everything. If we just make sure the Apatheia don't fall into the wrong hands...
I still want to meet Pharaoh. I want to hear what he has to tell me.
But...
Please try to understand. I have to know more about myself and take responsibility for who I am.
All right.
Sorry, Yuri. I don't think we can decide what to do about Judith right away.
I promise not to leave again until things have been settled, as you said. I need to accept that responsibility myself.
Let's go and find Pharaoh. We'll finally be getting around to one of the first things we set out to do. We can work out the rest once this is finished.
There is a rocky crag in the center of the sands of Kogor. That is where Pharaoh lives. Baul can take us there.
Okay, let's go. This meeting's been a long time coming.
I can communicate with Baul, but there are still a few things you should know.
Like what?
Baul can only land on the ground in wide, open spaces. So you won't be able to dismount on steep mountain ranges or in narrow canyons.
Can't he land on water?
Water's no good either.
Really? He looks like he'd be a good swimmer.
Yeah, he'd sink like a rock.
Huh, who knew?
But that's why we have a ship, right?
Right. If you'd like to get down onto the ocean, let me know. Baul will set our ship down there for us.
Okay, but what should we do when we want to fly again?
Use Baul's horn to call him to you.
Baul's? That's all there is to it?
Every Entelekea has a special region in its brain that can be used for communication with a special power Critians possess.
Huh. So we can get a hold of him by using that.
Right.
Judith, you're familiar with Pharaoh, aren't you?
Is he really as scary as he seems?
Well, let's see. Sometimes he's logical, sometimes he's emotional. He can be really scary or really kind.
All right, that didn't help very much.
One thing's certain, his power is extraordinary, even among the Entelekea.
Here's hoping we don't wind up looking like poor old Mount Temsa the moment we meet him.
If he can do that to a mountain, there wouldn't be anything left if he turned on us.
I wish you wouldn't joke about scary things like that.
Why should we get scared before we even get there? Especially if he's that strong.
Wish I could take it as lightly as you and Yuri.
So this is where Pharaoh is?
Should be. I wasn't able to see him when we came to the desert, but I think this is where we can meet him.
I hope nothing bad will happen. What if he suddenly attacks us?
I can't make any guarantees. I don't think we'll have a say in the matter.
That just means we need to do our best so nothing bad happens.
Carol, are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. I should go.
Pharaoh sure did pick a bleak place to live in, don't you think?
They say this area used to be covered in lush greenery.
Why did it turn into this rocky desert?
I don't know that much.
Estelle, are you really going to meet him? Even though you could be killed?
Yes, I've already made peace with this decision.
Rita, you've been acting a little funny ever since hearing Judy's story on the ship. Do you have a problem with meeting Pharaoh?
I just think it'll be hard on her to hear what he has to say. But it's too late to turn back now. We've come this far after all.
I never imagined you'd be able to speak with the Entelekea.
Well, I use a Critian technique to do it. Wait, do I detect a little jealousy?
Maybe. Right, Rapide?
Yuri, you want to talk to Rapide?
I think the two of you understand each other well enough already.
I got him pretty well figured out, but I don't know if he understands me.
I think he feels the same way.
Well, he doesn't seem to be here. Maybe he's off somewhere taking a nap.
Pharaoh, you are here, aren't you?
Insipid poison, you appear before me at last.
So you are here. Is that how you greet all your guests, Pharaoh? By calling them names?
For what reason have you come to me? Surely you are aware that I could end your existence with a mere thought.
You talk pretty big, don't you? Well, if you really want to fight, I'd hate to disappoint you.
Yuri, no! Everyone, please wait! Estelle! Pharaoh, please hear what I have to say.
Does death hold no fear for you, little one? For you gaze now into the mouth of death itself.
I am afraid, but I'm even more afraid of dying without knowing who I really am. Belius told me I needed to meet you to learn about my destiny. I have to know just what that destiny is. I understand that I am a threat to the Entelekea, but you said that I am a poison to this world. What is this power I have? Just who is the child of the full moon? If it is true that my existence cannot be tolerated, then it's okay if I have to die. But I at least deserve to know why it is I have to die. Please tell me, I beg of you.
There was a time when this was a verdant land, sheltered by the blessing of an air crene.
So there was an air crene here.
But what happened? Why did it change?
What you see are the results of too much air and its aftermath. As to why the air ran rampant, the answer lies with the poison brought by the child of the full moon.
Huh?
The power of the child of the full moon stimulates the air crene more than any blastia.
Huh?
Blastia convert air into energy by way of a formula. So if Estelle can use her healing arts without the aid of any blastia, she must possess a formula in her very being that lets her convert air into energy. Judith was searching for Blastia that used a particular kind of formula. So, this special formula Estelle has must also consume massive amounts of air, which causes the air cranae to become more active and pump out more air than they should. I had hoped my hypothesis would have been wrong.
Then
It is as she has said. With each use of her power, the child of the full moon uses far more air than the Blastia. In so doing, the imbalance of air in this world is furthered. For the planet, such an existence can only be called a poison.
So you just wipe it out then? Little quick to judge, aren't you, Pharaoh?
This problem concerns the entire planet, and she is its cause. To do nothing would be unparalleled folly.
If the problem's with Estelle, then it's for us to solve.
That's right. We can't let anyone else handle it.
The gravity of this situation is beyond your grasp.
You don't honestly think that everything's gonna be all sunshine and rainbows if Estelle dies, do you?
It would at least eliminate one problem.
Pharaoh, at Heliord I stopped myself. And again at Dawngrest I stopped you. What I thought was a Blastia turned out to be a human. Before I realized it, I had lost my way. I never thought this child could be as great a danger as you had said.
And due to your confusion, I granted you the time necessary to see things as they are. As a result, my sister Belius is now lost to me. Enough. This power will bring only ruin.
Not sure I understand all this, but if her power's the problem, why can't she just not use it?
There can be no guarantee she will not try to use the power.
That's true. She does have trouble turning a blind eye to things happening around her. Someday she will surely use her power to help someone. However, as long as she keeps that spirit of compassion, she cannot only be seen as harmful. She is not like a Blastia. I know that you can feel the difference.
Compassion alone will not save this world.
Listen, Pharaoh, I get that you've thought all this through with everybody's best interest in mind, but why doesn't that world have a place for Estelle?
It is sometimes necessary to remove a part to save the whole.
I don't buy that for a second. What makes you so high and mighty that you're the one to decide who gets cut and who doesn't?
We have endured the anxiety of existence for far greater a span than you can conceive. Such words mean nothing from those who call this world home for but a fleeting moment.
Pharaoh, please, listen. The important thing is finding a way to stop the excessive air, correct? We still have time left to search for such a thing.
Judith!
And if the effects of Estelle's power reach their absolute limit, I will kill her as promised. You should have no complaint with this.
Hey, Judith, are you serious?
I'm sure brave Vesperia will come up with something before that happens, right?
What? Yeah, of course we will.
Well, score one for Judith, so that settles it. If we humans are to blame for Estelle's problem and bringing on the apocalypse, then it's up to us to make things right. If we give it all we've got and still blow it, you can slow roast us on a grill for all I care.
You have changed. If you were still as before.
Have I? That is nice to hear.
Very well. Be ever mindful, though, that time is fleeting.
Wait! If the formulas are causing the excessive air, then there must have been times when this happened in the past. I mean, the Blastia were a product of an ancient civilization.
There exist those who have inherited the sins of the past. If any yet can speak of what occurred in the days of old.
He's gone.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for everything, Yuri. Judith, you too.
No problem. But hey,
What?
it's okay if I have to die? What the hell was that?
I'm sorry.
I don't want to hear that again.
I'm sorry.
I was really worried there for a while.
We were pretty lucky that Bruiser was in a mood for conversation. Poor Raven's heart can't handle that sort of stuff anymore.
You're pretty gutless for an old man.
Geez, Patty, you've really got nerves of steel.
If he really wanted to kill Estelle, he'd have attacked us immediately. And that's what I can't figure out.
I imagine Pharaoh was conflicted as well. He hid himself from us in the desert to see just what we were made of.
Huh. Maybe he wasn't as bad as we thought after all.
You might be right. I get the feeling he'd do whatever's necessary when push comes to shove.
That sounds like you.
Maybe.
But what are we gonna do, Yuri? You heard what he said.
We're going to fix the problems the air's causing, and that's all.
That's easier said than done. We're pretty much at square one, you know.
Mm-hmm. And no one wants to be at square one.
There's no doubt that the formulas are related somehow to the air getting used up. We need to find out about the ancient Blastia, and if they went berserk or not. If we had that kind of information, it might give us a clue.
Ask those who have inherited the sins of the past about the days of old. Or at least that's what Pharaoh said.
The Kritia were the ones to invent the Blastia. In other words, we need to ask a Kritian who is still familiar with the old stories.
Yeah, the Kritia are often credited as the inventors of the Blastia.
There isn't much left of the Kritian city of Temza, though.
It'd be a lot easier if there were more cities.
The hidden city of Miorzo. It is far older than Temza, and the birthplace of the Kritia. The first Blastia also originated there.
Really? Well, what do you know? You wouldn't happen to know where this Miorzo might be, would you, darling?
I've heard that name somewhere. There was a Kritian in Ospio. I'm sure they mentioned something about it.
Do you think that person might still be there?
Well, there's no harm in checking it out.
Judith, are you coming with us?
I should. We still have the issue of the guild to straighten out.
So, to Ospio then.
that stuff about the balance of the world is pretty hard to take in.
Yeah, I hadn't even been outside the capital until just a while ago myself. And now we're here talking about the fate of the world. You never know what life will bring you.
But isn't that what makes it interesting?
I don't think we can afford to be that relaxed anymore. Estelle doesn't have much time left.
What's the harm? It's not as if acting all serious is gonna solve anything.
Besides, Estelle will notice if we look all worried.
Well, maybe so, but...
We won't forget what Pharaoh said. Relax.
I know, it's just...
Estelle's got it the worst. If we get too down about this, we won't be much help to her.
It's been another long day. Let's save the manhunt for tomorrow.
I second that. How long's it been since I've slept in a proper bed?
Well, I suppose we can all stay at my place.
Wait, there's something I want to take care of first.
You mean me?
Carol.
This is a guild thing. Best for us not to get involved.
I've thought about it a lot. What we should do, like, as a guild. And I realized, we have to figure out a few things if we're gonna keep this guild going.
It sounds like you've decided what we should do.
Well, we said it before. The most important thing is obeying the guild's laws. Those who break the laws suffer strict punishment, even if they're friends or family. They say that's the source of a guild's pride.
Yes.
So what I'm thinking is, we all have to receive punishment.
What do you mean?
I didn't know that Judith was fighting for our planet all on her own. But even though I didn't know, I still failed to help a fellow guild member. So I gotta accept my punishment. Yuri?
Me?
Maybe you were trying to follow your own path, but you still kept things hidden from us. There's no way that can be for the good of the guild.
Well...
So you gotta be punished too.
Now he's stretching it.
The laws are important. What if someone does the right thing, but still breaks the law? Should they be punished? To be honest, I just don't know yet. So that's why we should all just accept our punishment and start over from scratch. What do you think?
I can't promise I won't have my secrets in the future.
Well, if that's the way it is, if you can't trust us, then there's nothing you can do. That would be my fault.
And what if I destroy a Blastia that our guild was planning on using again? That would be breaking the law that says I should act in the interest of the guild.
But you'd also be acting for the sake of the world. Guilds aren't there just so people can obey their laws.
Doesn't that sort of make your laws meaningless?
I've never heard of a guild like this before. But you've got me interested, I'll give you that much.
There's no need to be such a stickler for the rules. Gotta be more relaxed.
Carol, you're just full of surprises. I had thought plenty about myself and what I should be doing, but I might not have considered how my actions would affect you guys. This is a way of settling things I didn't even realize existed.
I just wanted to keep traveling with all of you. I just wanted each of our own paths to be the same as brave Vesperia's.
Sounds all right with me. You heard the man, Judy. I guess that's where we stand.
You really are some of the oddest people I've ever met. But I suppose I can manage to put up with you.
All right then, one more time. Brave Vesperia, fall out!
They're just making it up as they go, aren't they? Is that all a guild is?
The Don ran his guild just a teensy bit differently.
There's something beautiful about this way, though.
Brave Vesperia sure is nice.
Do you want to join too, Patty?
Can't right now.
Oh yeah, you still have to get your memory back.
So, What about the punishment?
Oh yeah, I almost forgot.
Looks like you guys are on Critian researcher detail. We'll be relaxing at my place.
Hey, why do you get to decide?
Excuse me? Did I hear a complaint?
No, ma'am.
No.
Carol, were you thinking by yourself this whole time about what to do with Judy?
Yeah, it was pretty much all I thought about after we left Nordopolica. That, and about what you did to Rago and Cumore.
Really? It's nice to hear you thought about me that much, even when I wasn't around.
Yeah, I wasn't sure at first what was right, what was wrong. I think I have the Dawn to thank for setting me straight. Without the Dawn's last words, I never would have found answers to the questions I had.
You gotta stand on your own 2 feet.
Yeah, I was thinking about what that meant. And before I knew it, I wasn't thinking about what was right. I was thinking about what I want to do.
And that helped you decide what to do with the guild.
Yeah, so here's to fresh starts.
Yeah.
To fresh starts.
Good day.
Good day, my sister.
Judith.
I'm Tort.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about Miorzo, would you? I'd like to go there. I need to know where Miorzo is located, and how I can get there.
Even if you reach the city, there won't be anything for you to see there. But what do you plan on doing there anyway?
Is not a Critian's interest in her own ancestral city reason enough to go?
That is an acceptable reason, but I'm afraid I don't know anything about where it could be.
I've heard your name before, Tort. You help guide those Critians remaining on Earth up to the heavens. Will you not tell me because these humans are with me?
Our ancient law states that we cannot show anyone but our brothers and sisters the way to Miorzo.
Shouldn't it be a matter of whether they can be trusted rather than whether they're Critian or not? At the very least, these humans can be trusted.
I shall ask once more. Why do you seek Miorzo?
The world is headed towards some bad things, all thanks to Blastia. We want to go to know what happened in the past and how we can stop it. We want to help everyone, not just the Critians. How's that?
Very well. I do not know if you'll find the answers to your questions, but I will show you the way. First of all, you'll need a special bell to open the path to Miorzo.
A bell?
Indeed. It is hidden in one of the southern caverns on the continent of Hippionia.
But isn't Hippionia really big?
The cavern is on a shore where red flowers bloom. If you use that as your guide, I'm sure you shall find it. Also, the door in the back of that cavern can only be opened by us Critians.
What do you mean?
Don't worry, I'll see that we're allowed to enter.
And? What are we supposed to do with that bell?
Relax. You humans are always so impatient. Once you have the bell, you must travel to Egathor Forest.
The Egathor Forest? Isn't that on Hippionia too? I've heard of it before.
Yes, the sacred land of the Critians is located there. So that's where the door to Miorzo is.
If you use the bell there, the door shall open. There is, however, a problem.
A problem?
Yes. Egathor Forest is being devastated by a mysterious group. In addition to their overwhelming numbers, they also carry with them strange Blastia. I cannot fathom their motives, but this is certainly a matter of great concern.
So if we go to Miorzo, we have to do something about them?
Exactly. We need you to restore peace to our sacred land.
Gotcha. So we get that bell, beat the mysterious group senseless, ring the bell, and the door opens. That sound right?
Indeed.
I understand. Thank you.
May the road rise up to meet you, sister.
And you as well. Let's go back to where everyone's waiting.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad, Carol.
I have to say, I really didn't expect to hear that again. Come to think of it, Judy doesn't ask about that at all.
Oh, should I?
Would it be a problem? Well, even if you don't ask, the answer is still clear to you.
I'm not sure about that. Even so, you're still you and I'm still me. If our paths are the same, I'll travel with you. If I didn't think they were, I wouldn't be here.
So everything is clear to you, see?
I'm pretty sure what I'm thinking is clear to you as well.
Is it something like people who choose the same path think alike?
Did you find out anything?
We've got a lead in a place called Egathor Forest.
I'm pretty sure it's on the west side of Hippionia, to the south of here.
So, Myorzo's in that forest?
No, but a door is.
Huh? A door? What do you mean?
There's a door there that leads to Myorzo.
We were told the bell that opens the door is hidden in a cavern on a shore in Hippionia, where red flowers bloom.
It'd be fastest to just go and check it out.
First, let me rest.
Perhaps we should get some rest before leaving?
But
we don't really have a choice.
All right, then I'm gonna walk around town and search for clues about the treasure.
Hey, hold it, you should really... Hey, she's gone already.
Anyway, once we've gotten some rest, let's go look for that cavern in Hippionia.
So, Patty, did you find any clues about the Maristella?
There were a lot of books, but none of them were about Ifrid.
Well, duh. This city only has books about Blastia.
Oh well, looks like I'm just gonna have to keep searching for clues with you guys.
Did you just say Ifrid?
Huh?
Hey, you. You that girl they've been saying is Ifrid's grandchild? So, you neither admit nor deny it. And I guess it must be true. Interesting. So you're the grandchild of that bastard who disgraced the guilds. You just look like a regular brat to me. Why don't you say something? Can't even defend your own grandfather? Oh yeah, I guess that's something no one could ever defend, huh? Considering all the nasty stuff he did.
How can you say such horrible things?
How? Well, because it's the truth. Hey, wait! You guys must be Siren's Fang's newest guild members, right?
We're Brave Vesperia!
Brave Vesperia? What a funny name. What kind of a guild is that?
Well, it's, you see...
Why? You gonna give us some good jobs if we tell you?
I don't have any jobs to give shady thugs involved with Ifrid like you guys. Brave Vesperia, huh? It's good-for-nothing trash like you who've been tarnishing what it means to be a guild.
You're the good-for-nothing trash who's been tarnishing the name of the city.
You're Rita Mordio?
Looks like there's a lot more vulgar pieces of trash than the last time I was here. Geez, it'll be a real nuisance if anyone thinks I'm associated with you. Let's get out of here.
Wait!
Oh? Was there something else you wanted to say?
No.
But what are we gonna do? I'm pretty sure that guy's gonna spread rumors.
I don't care. If that's the kind of thing that could destroy our guild, we would have been finished a long time ago.
Yeah, we should just let people say what they're going to say.
Wasn't our destination ashore in Hippionia where red flowers bloom?
Ah, yeah.
Then let's get going.
This is it, right?
It matches the description Tort gave us, but...
A shore in Hippionia where red flowers bloom, right?
Maybe Tort tricked you guys.
Either that or we came to the wrong place.
Wait. I can feel a draft coming from in there.
The inside must be hollow.
Out of the way! It's open.
What kind of a nasty person does something like that?
Perhaps they sealed it up to keep fishy people like you from getting in.
Whoa! You're really gunning for old Raven? Sometimes you can be so mean, Judith.
What's wrong, Patty?
It's nothing. I was just a little scared of the dark.
You're scared of the dark? You really are a kid.
Look who's talking.
If you're scared, you can wait here.
I'm fine. I'll go with you guys.
What is that?
What are all these stones doing in a place like this? It's so creepy.
Wait, these aren't graves, are they?
Maybe we really did come to the wrong place.
But even if that's the case, why are there so many here? Why?
I can't believe how many there are.
I never imagined we'd find a place like this while we were searching for the home of the Critia.
There's something written over there.
Here lie the victims of the Black Hope Massacre. We mourn their deaths, and in this place lay their souls to rest.
These are all victims of the Black Hope Massacre!
And these are the graves of people who were killed by Ifrit?
Yes, but I had no idea there could be so many.
never thought!
Patty.
No matter how you look at it, this is just too much. You can't expect a child to accept such a cold reality at her age.
I wonder who built these graves.
Who knows? Maybe there were some survivors of the massacre.
But this is so horrible.
I'm going to look for the key to Miorzo. You all should stay here.
What? You're going by yourself?
We can't bring Patty along when she's like this, can we?
There aren't any signs of monsters here. We should go too. Repeat, take good care of Patty, okay?
Looks like a dead end.
Maybe the old man was right, and we really did come to the wrong place.
But there weren't any other shores with red flowers, were there?
Do you mind if I take a look at that? Illusion, be undone. It is I of the chosen people whom you have anxiously awaited.
A door?
What did you do?
The Cridians possess an ancient power known as the Negig that can read the information in objects. I used that power to learn the secret phrase that would remove the enchantment that hid this door.
I see. So this is what Tort meant when he said the door could only be opened by a Cridian.
Now, let's go inside.
Could this be the key for the door to Miorzo?
Yes, we were told it's a bell, so this has to be it.
Still, why is there a graveyard in the cave where the bell was hidden?
It's just a coincidence.
Maybe. I bet the person who built that graveyard didn't know the bell was hidden here.
I guess that's to be expected with the door being invisible.
Maybe the person who closed the entrance to this cave was the one who built the graveyard.
What for?
Who knows? Maybe to prevent grave robbing. Or maybe there was some other reason they had to hide this place.
It is true that Tort never said anything about the cave entrance. You might be right.
So someone went to all the trouble of burying those people in such a remote location? Is that really all it is?
I don't know, but we've got the bell we came for, so let's go back and see Patty.
Yuri, did Ifrid really kill all those people?
Maybe he did.
Patty.
That's the truth she was after.
Yes, but she wasn't at all prepared for it.
Right, let's hurry back. Thank you, Rapide. We got what we came for. Can you stand up, Patty? We're going.
Are you going already?
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Don't push yourself, okay?
Cypher.
Can you come with us? Could she be? All we've got left to do is to ring the bell we just got in Egathor Forest.
I agree.
Yuri, I need to talk to you.
What is it?
I'd like to say goodbye to all of you now. It's time for us to part ways.
You sure?
Why so sudden? You don't like traveling with us anymore?
No, that's not it.
If you feel uncomfortable around us because of what you learned about Ifrid, then...
Just don't want to cause you guys any more trouble. Even if you don't mind. Well, I do.
Patty, what kind of nonsense is that?
Rita?
Every single one of these guys causes nothing but trouble. Do you really think you're any more of a troublemaker than the rest of us?
Rita.
If it's really just so you can focus on what you need to do, then I won't try to stop you.
It'll be lonely around here without you.
We've come this far together. There's no need to hold back.
We crossed the desert and fought so many battles together.
Besides, you don't need to give an answer here and now, do you?
Plus, if you leave us now, we won't be able to pilot the ship and we'll be in real trouble. Just think about it after your emotions have calmed down. You can pick what you want to do then. Until that time, though, why don't you come with us?
Okay.
All right. It's off to Egathor Forest.
We just gotta get rid of those suspicious guys and ring the bell, right?
Yes.
Do you think Patty is all right?
Memories, knowledge of what the geezer did, forced to face reality. It'd discourage anyone.
She looks so miserable. What can I possibly say to help her?
It's best to leave her alone for now.
Repeat. What's troubling you, Repeat? Repeat. The thing is...
Pooch is the best companion in times like these.
I hope that she can find some measure of peace this way.